I got this really great question. And when I read the question, I thought that, just by reading it, I was like, I have to make a video on it, because it's not just you, my friend, who asked this question. I see tons of people suffering from this thing. So the question goes on saying that this guy, he says that I'm a creative guy, right? At least he thinks of it in a creative way, and I accept it. He's a creative guy, and he is very productive, but at the same time he overthinks. He tends to overthink things. His mind is always chattering, and then he couldn't stop thinking. And he realized that because of this whole thinking and all these created scenarios in his head, he gets so depressed, he gets so sad about it, and then he says that all his miseries come from these overthinkings. 80% of the time he creates a scenario that never gonna happen. And not just this, and then he also talks about how he has this monkey brain and it's always chatter, and then it never sleeps, it never shuts down. What should I do? And then it's affecting his creativity, it's affecting his presentation, it's affecting his life, and he is just feeling sad about it. Great place, dude. I welcome you. First of all, I really appreciate you. I appreciate you because at least you know what the disease is, right? A lot of us are still, they're alive, but they're asleep. They don't even see this. They have all these misery, and they just go open up the TV, go watch all the motivational videos. They tend to just find solution, talk to people, talk to this, do from all the outside. Just get everything from outside so that they can get help. My solution, my humble presentation to you, my friend, is the hardest. It's what I'm about to tell you is really the hardest thing to do. And because I know human being, whoever is watching this video, I can also guarantee you, if you try this, try it for 3 days, then try it for 7 days, see what you feel. And you can't just watch this video and then just think, yes, I will try, and then never try this. This will not work, right? You're lazy, stupid. The idea is, this is really powerful exercise, and this is the most difficult exercise. But if you do this right, it's gonna produce such and such tremendous effects on your body that you would have never imagined. It's called, it doesn't have a name, but I like to call it facing the dark enemy. It's just my personal name that I have given it. The idea is you gotta shut down all the media. You gotta shut down your phone, you gotta shut down your computer, you gotta shut down every single person around you. You go in solitude and darkness. It's very hard because you've been distracting yourself with all this chatter, with all these people all around you, but now you're alone. Now you're facing an enemy. Now you're facing an enemy that is worse, and it's yourself. You're facing yourself because in solitude and in darkness, there's no one but you, and then your mind is still chattering. Do not be afraid. Do not be afraid of the thoughts, right? You're gonna have lots of thoughts. But what I want you to do whenever you have all these thoughts in solitude and in silence and in darkness, without judgment, just see them. Just see them as they are. You're thinking about sex, just see it. Fine. You're thinking about anger, you're really angry about something, you're confused about something, you have all these self-doubts about yourself. What am I gonna do in life? Am I gonna get passed? Am I gonna get failed? Am I ever gonna, would my girlfriend cheat on me? Would this happen? Am I gonna die? Without thinking of it as a good or a bad thing, just observe. I see a lot of people, they get so irritated when they look at someone who laughs a lot, right? You're getting irritated because this is a feeling that you've been suppressing inside you, right? You see like a big dude, an adult guy who's like big and strong, and then he's crying and sobbing, and you're like, what the hell? Why are you crying? I mean, come on, man up. It's because you get so irritated by just seeing this, because you've been suppressing this inside you. You're not embracing it. And when you're alone, no one around you, no media, nothing, just you and your head, you started to feel all these worst nightmares come true, right? You get so, either you just want to go to sleep because you want to avoid it, right? Most of us get this, I mean, even if you get this darkness and solitude that you say is like, okay, I'm going to do it at night when I'm on my bed. You're going to go to sleep. You want to go to sleep to avoid this confrontation. What I encourage you to do, my friend, and all of you who are watching this, is find some time. Start slow, right? Start with just like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, whatever time you get. If you can find, and don't give me that bullshit, I don't have time because I'm so busy and doing this. If you don't have time for yourself, what's the point of living? Have you ever asked yourself this question? You don't have time for yourself. Why are you even living? You should be dead by now. Anyway, come to the point is, try to not go to sleep and like really sit on the couch. Close your eyes. Make everything dark. If you don't have, just put something like a blindfold. Let's say you're in a house where you have your mom, dad, or you have roommates or whatever, and then just ask them, hey, I'm gonna do some sort of meditation. Just don't tell them what it is, because people always tend to ask, hey, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna think about it, non-chatter, blah 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 blah. I was like, let me try this. Okay, I don't need to explain to anyone. Shut off the light. If you don't, just put a like a cloth or whatever you on your eyes, or just close your eyes, right? And then just sit. No music, no relaxation music, no calm down music, no peaceful music, no smell, all these scented oils coming in, perfumes and all the scented candles and stuff. No, nothing, completely natural, just you. Alone in the dark. Daddy never told you how to be strong, and now you've been thrown in front of the wolf. What you gonna do? Oh, I'm so afraid because I have all these bad feelings. All my fears are starting to come to my head. Daddy never told you how to fight, right? Now learn on your own. Face your worst nightmare without judgment. You're gonna feel, you're gonna see, you're gonna think so many bad things about you. But don't get into the guilt. Hey, why am I thinking about this? Why am I really a bad person? No judgments done. Just watch. Just observe. It's definitely like the yin and yang way. It is this, because in this age, in this era, we always tend to grasp things within our reach. We always try to get information from outside. Let me, oh, I know, I have Googled this. I know for a fact 38% of people do this, 88% of people do that. In this country, there's this information, data from outside. When you're in darkness, in solitude, you're getting all the information from inside, and that is the most powerful information you can ever get. But you're afraid that you might find the truth in there. It's funny how people always talk about finding the ultimate truth, the ultimate knowledge, the God, finding all that. But when you're getting all this ultimate knowledge in silence and in darkness, you're gonna get afraid because truth is so bitter, right? And you're not prepared for it. You're such a weakling in here. It's like, maybe I should watch like 10 ways to suppress my anxiety on YouTube videos. Sit there. It will come. You don't have to watch a YouTube video for it. You don't have to take my word for it. Just sit in there, experience it yourself. You must have heard this quote when they say, if they do not appreciate your presence, make them appreciate your absence. Yin, yang, yang, yin, right? What Chinese call yin and yang in Hinduism, they have like all these saints and these yogis, they figured this stuff out a lot earlier, right? There's a concept what they call Shiva and Shakti, which is basically yin and yang. Different name, different languages, same thing, right? And it's in every walk of life. Let's keep this topic to some other video, but for now, we're talking about this chattering and how to stop this, right? I guarantee you, if you play with it, if you play with this darkness, solitude thing, and it is a meditation in itself, let me tell you, you don't have to do any meditation other than this, on like, I'm gonna fix on my breath. No, this is a meditation, this is a play, this is a fighting ground. At the same time, this is such a dynamic meditation. Right? You're fighting, but you're still. You're breathing, but you're dead. You're surrounded by all your fears, so many things around, yet you're alone. You see the paradox in there? That's what you don't see because it's darkness. And people tend to get afraid what they don't see, or they tend to get so afraid when they see who they really are. Right? We all put masks in all the time. I'm this, I'm that. Sure, do that. I'm not asking you to stop doing this, but you should be true to yourself. And I have tried this, and honestly, I've been scared. I was scared. I'm being very honest with you. I wanted to continue doing it, but I stopped doing it, and because that shit was scary. But every now and then, whenever I get too much chatter, I still do it to find this calmness and peace. If speech is silver, if you're a really good communicator, you have a really good vocals, you have an awesome way of presenting something, right? On the one hand, you have all this spitting out things. So your speech is silver, then the silence is golden. I love reading quotes, right? So I'm gonna throw some more quotes in here. And I love reading quotes because they're just the whole chapter, the whole book, the whole experience of a person in just one line. That's why I love quotes. They're so deep. If you look at it on a superficial level, you might be just scratching the surface and it's like, okay, this is it. I mean, yeah, he's trying to say speech is silver and silence is golden. Go to experience it yourself, dudes. Then you will realize it takes a lifelong to create one quote. It takes years of experience to just create one quote. And I'm not talking about code that you just put on the books. I'm talking if it comes from within, the code, the summary, the gist of your life or whatever experience you had. Right? I guess it was Aristotle that said, whoever finds a great deal of joy in solitude, right, is either a wild beast or a god. And he was not wrong. And I've been talking about silence, right? I've been talking about silence for the past 15 minutes or something, which is an oxymoron. A little limerick for you, little joke. If you don't know oxymoron, go find it. Some of you might have a hard time finding this joke. Good, like, right? What did he say? That's not a joke. Talking about silence is an oxymoron. I found this hilarious. So good luck. I really hope that you gain nothing on this quest of finding something. And when I say nothing, I'm talking about the void. I'm talking paradoxically. There's a good old Chinese curse that says, and it's a curse, remember, that says, may you find what you're looking for. Tell me in the comment down below what you think about why this is a curse and what's the actual reason behind it. Like, what do you get when you, what do you think? What is the meaning of this quote? Right? May you find what you're looking for. And this is really a curse, especially for a dreamer and for people who are seeking something. Done. Now follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and hit the subscribe button on this YouTube channel. Go do it now.